What makes a man leave a high-paying Wall Street job to sell books online out of a garage? For Jeff Bezos, it wasn't just about building a company. It was about seizing an opportunity that almost no one else saw. Back in the mid-1990s, when the internet was new and uncertain, Bezos risked everything he had to chase a bold vision. That risk gave birth to Amazon, a company that would redefine shopping and transform industries. In this video, we'll reveal the bold moves, tough sacrifices, and relentless work ethic that turned Amazon's humble beginnings into global dominance. Jeff Bezos was born in 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and his childhood was shaped by curiosity and a love for tinkering. As a boy, he spent hours dismantling household items just to figure out how they worked. His grandfather, who owned a ranch in Texas, played a major role in nurturing Jeff's curiosity, teaching him problem-solving and self-reliance. Bezos often credits this hands-on environment for sparking his passion for building things. Whether it was inventing small gadgets or experimenting with science, young Jeff was always thinking big. That early curiosity became the foundation for his bold entrepreneurial mindset. Bezos attended Princeton University, where he studied computer science and electrical engineering. He was not just academically gifted, but deeply ambitious, constantly thinking about the future of technology. After graduating, he pursued a successful career on Wall Street, working for hedge funds like D.E. Shaw. By his early 30s, Bezos had a lucrative and stable job, earning a six-figure salary. Yet, despite the success, he felt something was missing. His dream wasn't to simply have a great job. It was to create something that would have a lasting impact on the world. That ambition set the stage for Amazon. In 1994, Bezos came across a life-changing statistic. Internet usage was growing at a staggering rate of 2,300% per year. While most people saw the internet as a novelty, Bezos saw the future. He knew that e-commerce could become the next big thing, and he began brainstorming ideas for online businesses. Books, with millions of titles and easy shipping logistics, stood out as the perfect starting point. This insight was the spark that would ignite Amazon. Bezos realized that if he didn't seize the opportunity now, he'd regret it for the rest of his life. Leaving a high-paying job for an uncertain startup was not an easy decision. Bezos was already on track to become a senior executive at D.E. Shaw. But when he pitched his idea of an online bookstore to his boss, he was told it was a good idea, but for someone who doesn't already have a great job. Bezos then used what he called the regret minimization framework. He asked himself if he would regret not trying this when he was 80. The answer was clear. He quit his job, took a huge pay cut, and set out to build Amazon. When Bezos told his parents about his plan, they didn't just support him emotionally, they put their life savings on the line. They invested around $300,000 in his startup, despite knowing there was a strong chance they could lose everything. This faith in Jeff's vision gave him the runway he needed to launch Amazon. Bezos often says that his parents' belief in him wasn't about understanding the internet or e-commerce. It was about trusting his ability to turn a crazy idea into something real. Their support became the foundation for one of the greatest business stories of our time. Amazon's first headquarters wasn't a sleek office building. It was a small, rented garage in Bellevue, Washington. Bezos and a handful of employees worked long hours on makeshift desks built from wooden doors. They had no air conditioning, no fancy equipment, and no guarantee of success. That garage, however, became the birthplace of what would later be known as the world's most powerful online marketplace. Bezos embraced the simplicity of those early days, focusing on building a company culture centered on customer obsession, speed, and innovation. Every big success story starts small, And for Amazon, it started in that garage. The early days of Amazon were brutal. Bezos and his small team worked around the clock, often packaging books themselves and driving them to the post office. Money was tight, and the risk of failure loomed over them constantly. Bezos was relentless in his drive, famously saying, "We are willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time." While many doubted the viability of selling books online, Bezos believed that convenience and selection would win customers over. Those long, grueling hours and unwavering focus would soon pay off, but at the time, there were no guarantees of survival. In July 1995, Amazon officially launched as Earth's biggest bookstore. To Bezos' surprise, orders started coming in almost immediately, not just from the US, but from all over the world. Within a month, Amazon was selling books in all 50 states and 45 countries. The success of the first few months proved that the e-commerce model could work. Bezos and his team celebrated each order by ringing a bell, but the momentum also meant more sleepless nights fulfilling shipments. This early breakthrough validated Bezos' risky decision to quit his job and confirmed that he was on to something massive. From day one, Bezos built Amazon with a single guiding principle: customer obsession. He believed that focusing on customer needs, like fast delivery, low prices, and wide selection, would always win in the long run. While competitors were obsessed with short-term profits, Bezos reinvested every dollar back into improving the customer experience. This philosophy was revolutionary at the time, but became the cornerstone of Amazon's success. Bezos understood that if customers trusted Amazon, they would keep coming back. This relentless focus on customer satisfaction turned a small online bookstore into a company that would eventually dominate global retail. In the late 1990s, Amazon went public and rapidly expanded beyond books. But when the dot-com bubble burst in 2000, many internet startups collapsed. Amazon's stock price plummeted, and critics predicted its downfall. Bezos, however, stayed calm and focused on long-term goals. He cut costs, streamlined operations, and doubled down on improving Amazon's infrastructure. While others failed, Amazon survived and emerged even stronger. This period taught Bezos the value of resilience and long-term thinking. His ability to navigate crises set Amazon apart and proved that a solid vision, backed by discipline, could weather even the toughest storms. After surviving the dot-com crash, Bezos set his sights on transforming Amazon from a bookstore into an everything store. He expanded into electronics, clothing, home goods, and eventually cloud computing with Amazon Web Services, AWS, which became a game changer for the tech industry. Each new expansion was driven by a willingness to take risks and experiment. Bezos believed in building for the future, even if it meant short-term losses. This bold strategy paid off, making Amazon not just a retailer, but a global powerhouse that disrupted multiple industries, from streaming services to logistics and cloud technology. Jeff Bezos' journey proves that big success often requires bold, calculated risks. He left a comfortable life to pursue an idea that many people laughed at and turned it into one of the most influential companies in history. His focus on long-term thinking, customer obsession, and constant innovation has made Amazon a global leader. The biggest lesson from Bezos' story is that comfort zones rarely produce greatness. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you must be willing to take risks, endure setbacks, and keep pushing forward, even when the world doubts you. Jeff Bezos' story shows that success isn't about playing it safe. It's about betting on your vision when no one else will. From a garage startup to the world's largest online marketplace, Amazon is proof of what relentless focus and bold risk-taking can achieve. This was Wealth Nexus, where money, power, and deception collide. Subscribe because the next story reveals a truth even darker than this. 1.